Well, when there are thousands of companies based here in the Piedmont Triad, you might wonder why some people get all worked up over one or two of them moving their headquarters out of this area to bigger cities like Charlotte or Atlanta.
But people who work in economic development will tell you that not all companies have the same value. And even though there are major companies like HanesBrands still here, those companies aren't what they used to be. Tonight in the Buckley Report, see why one man is calling out his hometown over the loss of some very familiar names.
You can look at a skyline and see the famous names on the tall towers, names that in several cases grew up here but decided to move somewhere else.
You've got a company like Wachovia who was here, as well as BB&T. They are growing by leaps and bounds. At that time, I think city leaders in Winston-Salem should have recognized the momentum that BB&T had. We should have been meeting with them, working with them, trying to figure out how do we build you a world-class super headquarters right here in downtown.
This is not a problem unique to Winston-Salem. Medium-sized cities across the country have challenges keeping companies that claim that they have a hard time recruiting young talent to those cities. One of the claims Fortune 500 company VF made when they moved from Greensboro to Denver. It led Algernon Cash to write this op-ed in which he says Winston-Salem's historical significance as a corporate hub is fading.
I wrote that article because I love Winston-Salem, actually. I use the analogy of having a child. Sometimes, you love your child, but you also recognize a lot of unleashed potential in your child. And I think that's why you sometimes have tough words for your children, because you want the best for your children.
He cites the loss of companies like Wachovia, BB&T, R.J. Reynolds Tobacco, and Krispy Kreme, among others. What should we learn from that list?
I think global competition. I think we're in a highly competitive environment, and I think those communities that do it well focus on how to be dynamic, how to think differently, how to be different, how to have good economic development plans.
Something Jake Cashin of the North Carolina Chamber of Commerce says the state didn't have until Pat McCrory became governor 12 years ago. Although the region is creating new jobs, major corporate headquarters provide something smaller companies often don't.
The reason it's important to have those for-profit entities is because they give back to the communities.
When you ride around town and you look at our ball fields and our Little League fields, a lot of times you see the name Truist on those fields. When you have corporate headquarters in town, they invest in those types of projects. They invest in our nonprofits. They buy the naming rights on the buildings. They serve on the United Way Board.
The largest employers in Winston-Salem and Greensboro are now both nonprofit organizations. Atrium Health Wake Forest Baptist in Winston and Cone Health in Greensboro. And as beneficial as those are, they're different.
You're not really generating any new revenue that can help create new prosperity. You're recycling money, right? But I think business growth in general is what helps make healthy communities. Companies like Toyota, for example. I think it's very important. They're pumped $14+ billion into this region, into this state. I think an argument could be made that there's a lot of value into having a manufacturing facility like Toyota here as well.
And we still have some monetary headquarters like True Lion Credit Union, headquartered in Winston-Salem.
True Lion's asset size is around $2.5 billion. Well, when BB&T was here, their asset size was $250 billion. So that's why it's important to not only have corporate headquarters in your community, but also even some publicly traded companies that can really sow into the community.
That, Algernon says, takes bold and forward thinking, something he believes Winston-Salem is still capable of.
We are doing a lot of things right, but I also think there are some things that we can do better, and both those things can be true at the same time. I don't want Winston-Salem's best moments to be in the rear view. I want them to be right now.
Bob Buckley, Fox 8 News.
And HanesBrands significantly reduced its impact when it sold its Champion line of apparel earlier this year. And although Reynolds American Tobacco still has a presence in Winston-Salem, the parent company is based in London. The NC Chamber's Jake Cashin says one of the bigger economic drivers for the entire region is Interstate 73, something the state has tried to complete for 50 years, which he says will be instrumental in bringing 30,000 new jobs here.